European Union ambassadors are in Brussels for a last-ditch attempt to break a deadlock on their latest package of sanctions against Moscow. The hold-up is Hungary's opposition to a proposed embargo on Russian oil. EU diplomats have been considering a compromise. They're looking at no sanctions on a pipeline that supplies Russian oil to Hungary and only sanctioning Russian oil shipments. The EU has been deliberating its latest sanctions package for nearly a month. Germany's economy minister admits unity is already crumbling, but the EU's foreign policy chief believes all members will eventually agree on embargoing Russian oil. For more, Rosie Burchard joins us live from Brussels. Rosie, what sort of consensus is likely on the Russian sanctions package? What may that look like?
Well, I'd like to bring you some breaking news from this summit of EU leaders. They're expected to arrive in the next couple of hours. We've just heard that the leaders will aim to reach a political agreement on an oil embargo against Russia. Now, this does appear to be some sort of a breakthrough after weeks of deadlock. It does not mean the deal is done, but it means that it's certainly closer than it has been in the past. But you rightly said it will be a compromise. It will not measure up to the original proposals, which was a full ban on all Russian oil imports. The compromise looks to be to ban imports which arrive by sea, so seaborne oil imports, and to exempt, at least temporarily, imports which come via pipeline. That will, as you quite rightly mentioned, be to try and reassure countries like Hungary, which have voiced opposition to this sixth package of sanctions so far. Hungary is landlocked. It's heavily reliant on Russia for its energy supplies. And that is why it says it's been holding up the agreement so far. Now, as I said, no agreement finalised. However, it does appear that EU leaders are closer than they were just a few hours ago when it comes to implementing in the future an embargo of some sorts, at least on Russian oil.
And how might that compromise sit with President Zelensky as he's expected to address the EU very shortly?
You're quite right. President Zelensky of Ukraine is expected to address EU leaders by video conference when they start talks in a couple of hours' time. Now, Ukraine has long accused EU countries which continue to buy Russian oil of essentially helping the Kremlin to fund its attacks on Ukraine. So any sort of watering down of the original proposals will likely not go down well with Kyiv. However, Ukraine will also perhaps at the same time be happy to see that there is some movement on this embargo after weeks of deadlock. Of course, it was 4th of May when European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen got up onto the podium in the European Parliament and declared plans for this oil embargo, which are now seem closer than before, but not yet across the line. So we'll hear from President Zelensky later today on just exactly what he makes of this compromise. Some would call it a compromise, others might call it caving in.
Well, Rosie Burchard, with those developments out of Brussels, thank you.